The first time Emily Parker stepped into the downtown fitness center, she didn't expect her life to change. She had signed up for the membership because her best friend kept insisting she needed to focus more on herself, especially after a messy breakup that had left her feeling drained. Emily, 32, was an interior designer who often worked long hours. The gym was supposed to be a distraction, a way to release the tension she carried home from every project and deadline. The moment she walked in, the crisp scent of eucalyptus mixed with rubber mats filled the air, and the rhythmic thump of upbeat music surrounded her. Rows of treadmills, weight racks, and mirrors stretched across the room. Emily had always felt a little out of place in gyms, but this one felt different. Warm lighting, smiling staff, and the kind of atmosphere that encouraged growth rather than intimidation. That's when she noticed him. Ryan Mitchell, the gym's lead trainer, was leaning against a weight bench, explaining a routine to a younger client. He had that calm authority about him, tall and broad-shouldered, with an easy smile that seemed to disarm everyone around him. His presence wasn't just physical, it was magnetic. Emily tried not to stare, but she caught herself sneaking glances every few minutes as she filled out her new member paperwork. It wasn't long before fate intervened. Emily's first official session was scheduled with a personal trainer, and when the receptionist handed her the schedule card, she froze. Her trainer was Ryan. On the day of their session, Ryan greeted her with a warm handshake. "Emily, right? I'm Ryan. I'll be working with you these next few weeks. Don't worry. I promise I'll take it easy on you." She laughed nervously, tucking a strand of chestnut hair behind her ear. "I appreciate that. It's been a while since I've done anything more active than lifting fabric swatches." Ryan grinned. "Don't worry. We'll take it one step at a time. Fitness is about progress, not perfection." Over the next few sessions, Emily realized she looked forward to her gym appointments in a way she hadn't anticipated. Ryan's encouragement made her feel stronger, more capable, and even more confident outside the gym. He wasn't just training her body. He was reshaping the way she thought about herself. Their conversations went beyond sets and reps. They talked about music, about her interior design projects, about his love for hiking and cooking. It all felt easy, natural, like they had known each other for years. One evening after a particularly challenging workout, Emily sat on the bench catching her breath. Ryan handed her a bottle of water. "You're stronger than you think, Emily," he said softly. "Most people give up when it gets hard, but you don't. That says something about you." She met his eyes, and for the first time, something unspoken lingered between them. Spark. She quickly looked away, unsure of what she was feeling. He was her trainer after all. She was his client. That should have been the end of it. But it wasn't. Their sessions stretched longer. Sometimes after her workout, Ryan would stay to talk, leaning casually against the mirror as if he wasn't watching the clock. He'd ask about her day, about her favorite books, about what kind of places she dreamed of traveling to. Emily found herself opening up to him in ways she hadn't with anyone else in a long time. One rainy night, when the gym was nearly empty, their conversation drifted into more personal territory. Emily admitted how broken she'd felt after her last relationship. Ryan listened without judgment. His expression soft. "You deserve better than someone who doesn't see your worth," he told her, his voice steady. "Don't let what happened make you forget who you are." Her heart fluttered at his words, and when their eyes locked again, it felt like the world outside the gym had disappeared. She quickly excused herself, afraid of what she might say or do if she lingered any longer. But the truth was undeniable. She was falling for him. The weeks turned into months, and the chemistry between them grew harder to ignore. Emily knew it was risky. Trainers weren't supposed to blur professional lines. But one night, after a late session, Ryan walked her to her car. The parking lot was quiet. The rain had just stopped, and the glow of the streetlight reflected in small puddles at their feet. "Emily," Ryan began, hesitating. "I know this isn't what I'm supposed to say, but I can't keep pretending I don't feel something when I'm around you." Her breath caught. "I feel it too," she whispered. That was all it took. He leaned in, and their lips met in a tender kiss that felt like the release of everything they'd been holding back. It wasn't hurried or reckless. It was gentle, careful, the kind of kiss that said more than words ever could. From that moment, their connection deepened. They were careful, keeping their growing relationship private. They met outside the gym, away from curious eyes. Walks in the park, quiet dinners, late-night conversations that stretched until sunrise. For Emily, it was the kind of romance she thought she'd never find again, the kind built on trust, laughter, and understanding. But it wasn't without its challenges. Emily worried about what people might think if they found out. She worried about the professional risk Ryan was taking by being with her. And yet, every time she looked at him, she knew the risk was worth it. One evening, as they sat together on his couch, Ryan brushed a hand through her hair and whispered, "You make me want to be better, Emily. Not just in the gym but in life. You remind me what it feels like to really care about someone." Her heart swelled, and she realized she felt the same. The affair, though hidden, wasn't just about stolen moments or secret kisses. It was about finding love where she least expected it, in a place she'd only gone to heal. Months later, Emily reflected on how far she'd come. What started as a way to rebuild her confidence had turned into something extraordinary. She had found love, not in the glamorous corners of her career or through the expectations of others, but in the steady encouragement of a man who saw her for who she truly was. Their story wasn't perfect. It was complicated, uncertain, and carried risks. But it was theirs. And as Emily laced her fingers with Ryan's one evening, she knew one thing with absolute certainty. Sometimes love finds you in the most unexpected places, even in the quiet hum of a gym, under the guidance of someone who was supposed to be just a trainer. But to her, Ryan was never just a trainer. He had become the man she had been waiting for all along.